Hello students, I am Father Johnson of New Catholic Mission School, Jaguar. Today we are going to learn the lesson from English Core of class 12th from the book Flamingo. The name of the lesson is The Last Lesson by Alphonse Daudet. Before we go to the lesson, let us try to learn something about the author. Author by name Alphonse Daudet. He was born on 13th May 1840 in France, and he was a great novelist and a short story writer, playwright, and he lived up to the age of 57 and he died on 16th December 1897. Now the lesson, let us try to understand the background of this lesson called the last lesson. The lesson is written in the background of Franco-Prussian War, Prussia, which consists of presently three countries, Germany, Poland, and part of Austria. These three provinces, these three countries form the nation called Prussia in the year 1870. There was a war between France and Prussia in which the French province of Alsace and Lorraine were occupied by Prussia and they were annexed. They were taken, added as part of German territory. And this is the background of this lesson. In the background of this war, how the conquered country has been forced to adopt and adapt the culture and language of the conqueror, and that is the whole theme of the lesson. Now, this is France, this is Germany, Prussian Empire, and this region of Alsace and Lorraine, which belongs to France, has been conquered by German Empire, and this part of France has been taken by force. Rather we call it, they have been conquered and it has become part of German Empire, and that is the background. Now, the theme of the lesson, if you had to study, the right to preserve one's language as opposed to the conqueror's efforts to impose their language on the conquered. Meaning, in this lesson, the author is trying to say how when a country has been conquered by another country, the other country forces the country to adopt their own language, their own culture. And that is the whole theme of this lesson. And that is the gist of this lesson. Now, when I say the conquered country has been forced to adopt the language of the conqueror, we also need to understand the importance of mother tongue or your own language. What is language, by the way? Language is that which links people. It creates a kind of identity among the people. For example, if you are a person who speaks a particular language, you feel so close to all those people who speak the same language. It links, it connects people. It also, language is not just merely a means of communication. It is also a tool which carries the past of a particular culture, which can be handed over to the next generation. So it becomes a kind of powerhouse which carries the past and the present to the future. To speak in their own language is the natural right of the people. Nobody can force anyone which language one should speak. And if someone has to speak some particular language, it is that person's right. Nobody can be forced to speak any particular language. Rather, it is one's right, birthright, to speak a particular language. If we use our language, we stay free. Language also, as I said, it creates an identity. You experience an amount of freedom within yourself when you speak your own language. The loss of linked language can also mean loss of freedom. When you have been forced to speak an alien language, it also means that you lose your freedom. And if you reject our own mother tongue, it means we are rejecting our own identity and our own culture. So this is what we need to keep in mind before we go to the lesson. So mother tongue, in short, it creates a link, it gives an identity, and when you reject or when you have been forced not to adopt a particular mother tongue, a particular language, you have been forced, you have been deprived of your freedom. So let us go to this lesson. Now before we go to the lesson, there are two important characters of this lesson. First, there is a character called Franz, is the name of a little boy, who is a symbolical representation of the whole people of France. And another, Jan Hamel, is a French teacher who has been teaching in this particular school for 40 years. He is another prominent character. And the other characters, we can say few old men of the village who are not very important, significant, but these two characters are very, very significant and important in this lesson. Now, as the lesson begins, on the first day, Franz, he is a little late to school. He is on the way to school, but he doesn't want to go to school. Why? Because he has not done his homework. He has not learned the participles, and he is afraid that he can be punished. He is feeling quite unwilling to go to the school. Rather, he thinks of spending his time in nature, going around, spending time under the sunshine, among the chirping birds, and he also sees the Prussian soldiers drilling. So he enjoys seeing all these things. So he is tempted to spend the time in the midst of nature and the birds. But then, however, he could not give in to his temptation. Rather, he is forced to go to school. So as he moves to the school, he is not prepared at all. And we know, once we are not prepared to go to school, what type of mentality that we go with. We go with a mentality which is not very conducive. Now the regular routine of the school, the class is always noisy, and there are so much of life. And on that particular day, as Franz goes to the school, he finds everything totally different. He feels the class is totally silent. The atmosphere is totally quiet. It is something very strange, and he feels it is not the atmosphere that he is used to. And he is already worried that the teacher might scold him for not doing the homework. And he feels that day the teacher doesn't scold him. To his surprise, he feels the teacher does not scold him at all. Rather, he cordially invites him. Apart from not being scolded, Franz is also surprised to see the back benches of the classroom being occupied by the elders. He feels, what is the reason? And he also finds the master, Hamel, dressed in his particular Sunday attire. And he is surprised to see all these little changes that are around that he is seeing. Now, in the midst of all this, Hamel, the master, he makes an announcement that the German army has occupied the French province of Alsace and Lorraine, and now from today onwards, henceforth, French will not be taught in the classrooms. Rather, they will be forced to learn German language. And he says, and this is the last day that we are going to learn the lesson in French, or we are going to learn the language French, and that is why it's also quite fitting to say that the heading of the lesson is the last lesson. So he says, an order has been released that from then onwards, no more French will be taught in the schools. So he makes an announcement of this news to the students. Now all of a sudden, Franz, this little boy who has been very careless, who never bothered to study, now all of a sudden he realizes that he has not learned the minutes of the mother tongue. He has not learned to even read and write his own mother tongue, that is French. He feels all of a sudden that he has lost something in life. His textbooks, earlier his textbooks were burdensome. Now for him the textbooks of French language has become very, very prized possessions. They have become very, very precious to him. And so far, M. Hamel, whom Franz, this little boy, considered a kind of cranky type person, now for him he has become all of a sudden a person of noble nature. He started loving him. He has become someone very beloved to him. And there Franz realizes why his teacher, M. Hamel, is in the special attire, that is, he is in his Sunday coat, and why the elders have been occupying the last benches. That's when he realizes. So the reason for all these little changes is because Prussian army has occupied France, that is the French province of Alsace-and-Lorraine, and no more French is going to be taught. And that is the reason he finds, this is a kind of, there is a day on which these people, elders of the village, have come even to give farewell to the teacher who has been serving them nearly for about 40 years. He feels quite sorry about himself for not having taken the lesson very seriously. He wishes to express the regret of having neglected his own mother tongue, and he feels he has lost his identity. M. Hamel realizes that all these people, who the children, the parents, and he himself have been responsible for not learning the language. Why children? Children because they have been careless. They probably never showed much interest. And why parents? Parents, instead of asking the children to study, at times they have asked them to go to the fields and work so that they can earn more. And he also blames himself. He also has been quite negligent, careless about his own teaching. So he feels all these three people have been responsible for not having taken the language very seriously. And according to him, he says, French language is the most beautiful language, most clearest, and it is the most logical language that he has ever seen among all the languages. And that's why he says, he asks the children to take the language French very seriously, because this is the most beautiful, clearest, and logical among all the languages. And he also makes note of these things. Now, when you have learned your mother tongue properly, it means you have kept up your identity. And that's why he says, your own mother tongue is a kind of key to your prison, especially when you have been enslaved. It's like, now when you have been locked inside, and if you have got the key with yourself, we can open up and come out. Same way, when you have been captured by the opponents and you become a slave, in such situations, if you have learned your own language, that language gives an identity, no matter under whom you live, but you remain to be what you are. And that's why it says, language is a key to slavery, key to prison So the whole atmosphere in the class is solemn and filled with regret. The teacher teaches his last lesson with patience and sincerity. Students learn with utmost diligence. Franz is able to understand everything that is taught by M. Hamel, and everything seems to be very easy. So far, this boy thought the grammar is very tough, very difficult, and he thought it is not going to be that easy. But then now he feels all of a sudden the teacher himself has become very beloved to him. The language which he thought so difficult has become so easy, and he feels all of a sudden everything has become so easy. Franz wonders sarcastically if Prussians could force pigeons to coo in German. As the class is going on, he sees the pigeons cooing, and this thought comes. The author sarcastically puts this word, are they really going to force the pigeons to coo in German? Meaning, pigeons have no language. Birds have no language, animals have no language. But then, the author goes to this extent of telling, are they really going to force the pigeons to coo in German? Meaning, are they not going to spare even the birds and animals? So he is sarcastically is making a mark. And M. Hamel, after having completed all this, he overcome with emotions and he is not able to speak. So he writes on the blackboard at the end, "Long live Franz," and he dismisses the class. So this is a little story. The story, as I said, it's a story of a person who has not learned the language, and all of a sudden he realizes that he is going to be no more citizen of his own country, but he is going to be a slave. And there he feels he has to maintain his identity, and that is only possible by learning your own language. And maintaining your identity as a person, you can surely remain a free citizen even in the circumstances of being enslaved. Now let us see, I would like to tell you a few value-based questions. First question, Franz hardly knew French, his mother tongue, even though he had been learning it for quite some time. Many of us find ourselves in similar situations and regret when all is over. What qualities should we inculcate in life so that we are able to achieve our goals? Now, sometimes when everything is available, when things go in our way, we take things for granted. Just like Franz, all his life and everything, things were at his disposal, but then he took it for granted. He never took his lessons properly. The same way, sometimes in our life as well, we go through this experience of not having taken things seriously. When all of a sudden, when we are pushed against the wall and we feel we are almost at the verge of losing everything, and there we feel the importance of taking things seriously. So it is very, very important, no matter what situation is, what we need to do things at right time so that we are able to achieve our goals. Second question, when the people are enslaved, as long as they hold fast to their language, it is as if they had the key to their prison. But it is a sad fact that mother tongue is losing its significance in the present times. Why is it necessary to revive the status of the mother tongue? Of course, today we are living in a world which is a kind of global village. In the midst of such circumstances, English or any other language is as important as our mother tongue. But then, we just cannot afford to neglect or give less importance to our mother tongue. We also need to give equal importance to our own mother tongue, so that we are able to maintain our identity, and also we are able to remain what we are. Now it has been said, spare the rod and spoil the child. The abolition of corporal punishment from schools in India has drastically changed the whole scenario. Do you agree? Why not? Of course, I do not agree to this point of corporal punishment. Of course, there is a saying, spare the rod and spoil the child, meaning when you don't punish the child may get spoiled. But then I do not completely agree with this. In my opinion, you can never bring changes by corporal punishments. You can always bring changes in the life of others by love and not by punishments. Last question. M. Hemal becomes an honest role model for the students on the day of last lesson. How does the teacher play a constructive role in the life of the students in the present times? Now, for the students of the particular class, M. Hemal was always a terror. They were almost frightened of him because he would punish them. But then now, on the last day, he has become all of a sudden a role model for them. He has become beloved to friends. A boy who never bothered probably about his studies, but then all of a sudden he has become a role model. In our life as well, we can think of so many teachers who have come in our life in shaping us. But I'm sure we all will find some teachers who have become a kind of sculpture in our life, who have given shape to our life. And such teachers can always motivate us, and they continue to motivate us, and they always remain a type of role model. So at the end, students, I would like to say, in the light of this lesson, what we need to do, we need to maintain our identity, and we need to maintain our identity only is possible by loving our own mother tongue. And no matter where you are, no matter what you become, but then we maintain our identity only by giving importance to our own mother tongue. Thank you so much for your patience hearing. Thank you.